Hello everybody, welcome to the sixth race of the season here at Auto Club. And it rained all day, but finally Nintendo Cup officials cleared the track and we're ready to race. It is a night. It is now getting into the later hours, so the sky has gotten darker, and so this has become a night race. So now cars are going to handle here very differently than how these teams have set up in practice and in qualifying, as they qualified yesterday. Yesterday, we did have qualifying, so it was Alex Hawkins who got the pole and Andre Weeks on the outside start second. Then it's Steven Rooks in 26 car of Ryan Saroff. Then we have the 20 car of Robert Goldberg and Anthony Newton. Then we have Henry Powers and Dejon Weeks. Then we have the 24 car of Brian Walter and the 19 car of Malik Nivens. That's your top 10. Patrick Gill, your points leader by 1 point coming into this race, is starting 23rd. Here's a look through the rest. This is faster. There you can see pretty much. Kind of like doing it this way. Yeah. So exciting race from Phoenix. We had Anthony Corbie get his first career win. Barely beat Newton, but now we're here for a race at Auto Club.
Drivers, start your engines.
Engines firing up. Alex Hawkins is going to lead us to the green flag. And the cars are rolling off. We'll be right back. Alright, here come the cars. This is Alex Hawkins' first career pole. Andre Weeks, I believe, is his first career front row start. Alex Hawkins is not doing too well in points. He comes in 24th, 52 points back. Now, so everyone, I had some comments to the chase is top 10s. Okay? You have to be in the top 10 to make the chase, and then wild card from 11th to 30th. The first two drivers with a win. 2 wins would be 11th, 3 wins overrules that. 4 wins overrules 3. Anyways, we're here for a 38 lap race, I believe. And Alex Hawkins is going to lead us to the green flag. Here we go. Cars are already ready to pass. Green flag's out. Coming off turn 4 to lead lap 1, I believe it's going to be Steven Rooks who takes the early lead here. It was Steven Rooks, but now here comes Brian Walter in the 24. Take the race lead with 3, 4 wide all throughout this pack. Jesse Turner now, and then here comes the 17 car of Ravon Alonso in the 17. Haven't really seen much of him since his win in the 500. But now he's up here racing for the race lead. And now Colin Grant, we're going to go 4 wide for the race lead. And 55 car of Brian Goldberg. And here's Patrick Gill, your points leader. He started back in 26. He's already up to second. Oh, he's getting really loose though in the middle. Graham Stecker and Hank Akbar on his inside. Look at these drivers. It's kind of like Daytona. It's pack racing somewhat. But soon the cars will actually spread out here. And look at the 11 car Mike Collin, the 2 of Andrew Jordan, and Hank Akbar. They were all making contact and looked like they were about to wreck one another. In the front of the pack, they were racing for 3rd. Mason Powers on the inside. He's going up into oh, now he's stuck in the middle between Keegan Alsop and Andrew Jordan. And it's 4 wide for 2nd. Graham Stecker is holding on to the race lead. Here comes Bobby Frazier in the 16 now on the far inside with help from Bailey Scott and Carson Scott. Oh, and there's a wreck in the back. Caution's out, and it's going to be Graham Stecker to lead us under the green flag. Hard hit to the 20 car. That's Robert Goldberg. Oh, that kind of scared me. And Bobby Fraser really fast. Alright, we're going to go look. Yeah, that kind of scared me because it was just out of nowhere. Alright, we'll be right back. We're going to go look at the first caution of the day. Robert Goldberg was running 33rd. Cameron Blake. It's going to really start with Cameron Blake and Anthony Corbie. I can't get a good angle, so the best angle I can get. Okay, here's a comment. Cameron Blake pretty much is going to get into Anthony Corbie, who gets into Robert Goldberg, who gets back into the 6 car of Cameron Blake, which sends him nose head on into Robert Goldberg, who collects Brian Walters, Jesse Turner, Andre Weeks, and Jeff Fraser. Steven Rooks also, he's going to not really get caught up in it, and Ryan Saroff. At full speed. That's the angle we had when it happened. We were back there looking at a driver. Let's go on board with the 34 of Andre Weeks. He's running in the back. He fell back. So has his son, Dejon Weeks in the 21. Alright, on board with Andre. Nowhere for Andre to go, just right there in the middle of the pack. Looks like Cameron Blake and Robert Goldberg have the most damage, though. A lot of people got out of it without too much damage. Brian Walter got some, though. Let's go on board with him, and then we'll go back live. We'll go in the cockpit. He looked like he didn't even do that. It's an interesting one. Alright. He didn't look like it was that bad. He didn't get too much damage. It was more of just the right side of his car and getting into Jesse Turner mainly. Jesse Turner. Did Jesse Turner hit the wall? He might have, but it looked awful close. Oh, he did, but he didn't get. I don't think he has too much damage. Alright, we're going to go live. We'll be right back. So, back live after the first caution of the day. Graham Stecker's your leader, Bobby Fraser. And it looks like Bobby's going to lead down a lot of people down pit road. More than likely, they jumped out of line early. No, Mason Powers and Carson Scott, though. Looks like they're coming. Alright, is Bobby going to come? Bobby does end up coming. So, it looks like a lot of drivers will come. Oh, you can't really see with that sun. So there's Bobby. I'm really sorry about the sun, but it's the best angle I can get. First off pit road. It's gonna be Keegan Alsop first off. Mason Powers, Noah Kramer, Bobby Bailey, then Mike Collin, Carson Scott, Patrick Gill. Alright, we'll be right back when the running shorters all round out, and we'll give you a full rundown of your top 10. 16 drivers hit pit road. Keegan Alsop came off 25th, first off pit road. Everyone's continued the race. Here's a look through the back really quick. The drivers who hit pit road and who have fresh tires. Patrick Gill was among them. The 20 car, he's still on the racetrack. They fixed a lot of damage on his car. But Graham Stecker is your leader. Then we go Andrew Jordan, who comes in second in points. Anthony Newton. And then it's Brian Goldberg and Sam Fraser. Henry Powers, Igor Silva, his teammate Alex Hawkins, Hank Akbar, and then Cody Hagan's your top 10. Rest of the field. So 25th 5 drivers stayed out. 24 drivers stayed out. 24 drivers stayed out. So the first 24 have only like 2 racing green flag laps on their tire. Oh, I meant to ask you guys this at the end. If y'all watching during this part, which I know a lot of people aren't, I hope y'all are, but I know a lot don't. If how do I put it? If you like the length of the races, tell me, or if y'all want them shorter. Cause I'm not sure if like y'all actually like how long they are. Some people ask for it to be this long, but it takes a long time to record them and edit them. I don't have a problem with it, but it's if I don't want to put so much effort into it if y'all don't really watch them, or if y'all, I mean, if y'all rather have them shorter, then sure, just to please say something. I actually put in the description that I have this important announcement type thing at this time, so people can go look at this and see that I'm trying to say something. Yeah. I know my graphic last week for the winner for Anthony Corbie was messed up. It had winner of the campingworld.com 500 at the top, and then Anthony Corbie was supposed to be Anthony Corbie winner, but you know, it took me 4 times to render it because I kept getting black screens. If anyone knows how to fix that, if you can comment, that'd be great. Graham Stecker still your leader. He's in the 38 car. He's not had too much luck coming into the race, actually last in points. 115 points back. He has 39 points of the season. That's after 5 races. He doesn't even have a full race of points yet, which everyone else has done. His gap to Dejon Weeks, who's in 39th, is 14 points. But here he comes, and he's leading the race here. Green flag is out. All the cars trying to take advantage already. Here comes Newton on the inside with Sam Fraser's help. Can he get the lead here? Came oh so close at Phoenix. Sam Fraser's going to ditch him, and he's going to now go for the race lead himself. But you know, Alex Hawkins is going to ditch Sam, and he's going to go for the race lead. 3 wide at the line. Sam Fraser's going to lead that lap for sure. He had a nose. Here's the back of the pack. These drivers were involved in the wreck. Kind of slow, but then we come up here to the main drivers. Or to the drivers who pitted also. Not 100% sure, but right here is where we have battle for the race lead, and it's 3 wide once again. Cody Hagan now, and Eric Powers trying to make it 4 wide, 2 wide now. And Hank Akbar on the 35 now, with help from Raymond Fisher and Robert Fergus. That was Eric Powers to lead that lap. And Hank Akbar, but Robert Fergus is already, as soon as Hank takes the lead, he's going to take the lead. And now Raymond's going to take the lead. And we have, it looks like about 5 cars slow compared to everyone else. And whoa, here comes Caleb Brennan and Philip Goldberg. They took the lead each. And Anthony Newton on the inside. And here's Keegan Alsop already. Up to 2nd on the inside. Anthony Newton already got back to the inside. He's trying to take the lead once again. They're 4 wide. Here comes Keegan. First car off pit road. Freshest tires out of everyone now up front. He's going to take the lead down the back stretch, but Marshall Rich isn't going to let it happen that easy. Here comes Marshall. Noah Kramer to help, but Noah's going to go into Marshall and take the race lead now. Lead. Slurping on my words some. And here comes Cody Brennan. Noah Kramer's going to lead that lap. Mason Powers on the inside. He hit pit road. Malik Nivens also. And here comes Malik. Look at this pack. It is only just The 9 car is the last car in this little pack. He's 1.5. He was not even half a second. 1.5 seconds. This time though, that was very close. But he is less than a second. That was the 33 car that time. And here comes Patrick Gill, the points leader. So less than a second covers from first all the way back to 35th, and then 36th to 40th. It's bad. Oh, and a big wreck! Many drivers involved. Drivers trying to get through it. Your leader's Patrick Gill, though. Patrick Gill, your points leader, is actually going to be the leader of the race for once. He's finally made it up to the front. He's never racing up front. Many drivers involved here at Auto Club in the big one. Caution's out for the second time here today. We're going to go check out that wreck. That was a big one. I was worried about statistics and stuff, but let's go look at the wreck. Running for 5th place, Carson Scott, Andrew Jordan, Keegan Alsop. Let's watch this really slow. So Carson runs up the track, sends the 2 car of Andrew Jordan across the front bumper of Keegan Alsop, who Carson Scott then's going to spin himself out, who gets Igor Silver, who hits Graham Stecker. That's at the front. Brian Goldberg also spins, but then back here, a bunch of people involved just going to spin out. Malik Nivens gets into Cody Hagan, who gets into Noah Kramer. Ryan Saroff on the inside is going to spin Steven Rooks around into Cameron Garlington. Mason Powers, Carson Scott on the inside spinning out. Then up here, Igor Silvers, he's still spinning out from he's just got a long spin that he's been doing. No Kramer right to the side of him, which helps him get up and over. Robert Fergus and Bobby Fraser back there are going to make contact. And then those 5 drivers running in the back. They are going to come in here at full speed because all these drivers have been slowing down. I don't know if their spotters weren't telling them or what, but they're going to run right into... Oh, it's 24. It's Brian Walter into the back of, or into the side of Ferdinand, and the 20 car right there behind him. Robert Goldberg had nowhere to go. Jeff Fraser actually made it through. But Andre Weeks and Cameron Blake get in it some. Let's go with Cameron Blake. He's gonna just get tapped by Robert Fergus and Bobby. Then Igor Silva, after his flip, gonna get hit once and then hit multiple times by Andre right there. The big hit by Andre. And then one more time by his teammate, Cody Hagan. He looks like he might be done. Who was it I'm looking for? Carson Scott with right side damage. Keegan Alsop. Let's go with you, buddy. Just a bunch of drivers involved here. Go with Cody Hagan now. You know what? I think it might have been the sun coming off turn 2, which got Carson's eyes or something. Who and he thought, and his car just slid up the track just a little bit. All these drivers, all the ones that were slow, just. Big wreck here. Lap 14 of 38. Just big wreck. Patrick Gill is your race leader. Many drivers most likely done. We'll be back live. Okay, we're back live. Drivers trying to get in their running order and whatnot. It is actually Patrick Gill, your race leader. Here he comes across. I think he's going to pit, but he'll probably pit from the 3rd because he slowed down after the wreck. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with him. It looks like a lot of people are going to come down pit road. Yeah, he's going to just come down in 3rd. Right? Yeah, he's going to come down. Jesse Turner stays out. Same as Brian Goldberg, Philip Goldberg. And everyone else comes down, so 3 drivers stay out. I'm going to use Igor Silva just to watch the race off pit road. Because the sun's gotten worse. Actually, it will be Ryan Saroff first off pit road. Some drivers pitted though before the pit stops were open, so they lost a lap. Bailey Scott, Patrick Gill, Raymond Fisher, Mike Collin, 22, Graham. Not 100% sure. We'll be back when the running order is fixed. Okay. Jesse Turner's your race leader. Stayed out with Brian Goldberg and Philip Goldberg. Ryan Saroff is actually 1 lap down, and he is running currently in 31st. Then it's Bailey Scott, Patrick Gill, Raymond Fisher, Mike Collin, Colin Grant, Graham Stecker, and Anthony Corbie, last week's winner, top 10. Big list of retirees. We'll start at the bottom. Bobby Fraser, out. Robert Fergus, Cody Hagan, Cody Brennan, Noah Kramer, Igor Silva, Cameron Blake, Andre Weeks, Hank Akbar, Robert Goldberg, and then Marshall Rich. All out of the race. That leaves 29 drivers on the racetrack, 28 on the lead lap, with Ryan Saroff 1 lap down. As you see, he's going to start on the inside. So the big one takes out multiple drivers. Over 10 drivers retired after that wreck. It didn't really look like too many drivers had too much damage, but just not enough to fix. In the back, we have Malik Nivens, Anthony Newton, Carson Scott, Brian Walter, Henry Powers. All these drivers from pretty much most of the drivers back here were involved in the wreck, but continued going. I believe anyone after Andrew Jordan. So watch for them. They might be a little slow. Jesse Turner, Brian Walter, Brian Goldberg, not Brian Walter, Brian Goldberg, Brian Goldberg, Brian Goldberg. 55 is Brian Goldberg. So Jesse Turner, Brian Goldberg, and Philip Goldberg playing some strategy now. Staying out on some older tires. I don't think the tires are too old. We'll restart on lap 19 of 38, so just halfway. No. 1 lap after we'll be halfway. So night racing here at Auto Club is good racing. Maybe we might have, it will always be a night race here, but this race was because of the rain. Once again, here comes Jesse Turner. We're going to lead us to the green flag once again. They're going to start up just a little higher because we got a car on the inside. Here we go. He gets a great jump on Brian Goldberg. Green flag's out once again. Ryan Saroff extremely slow on the inside. Make sure everyone can get around him fine. Looks like Alex Hawkins might get stuck behind him. No, he's going to go up the track. He's going to block Andrew Jordan. Now this whole backpack is going to get trapped. Okay, I don't think we'll see a wreck, though. We're good. And, oh, they hit pit road this time. Mike Collins, your new leader. I think Jesse, Philip Goldberg, and Brian Goldberg all hit pit road, which just confuses me why they didn't come down before. And 4 wide for second. Here comes Anthony Corbie, last week's winner. Like I said, it just confuses me why they didn't pit under caution with everybody. And Carson Scott's working his way up to the front. He's gained some positions. Mike Collin holds on to the race lead. Just don't understand this. They're gonna lose a lap for sure, because look, they're not off pit road, and they're passing pit road. So Mike Collins still holding on to this race lead. and Philip Goldberg, Brian Goldberg, and the other car. Jesse Turner all have lost a lap now. Not good for them. This front pack is about... Okay, we'll see. Where's Patrick? He's the first car. 11 cars is the first pack, and then we go back just a little bit. And it's Keegan, Cameron Garlington, Sam Fraser. Here's Carson Scott. He's running by himself. Pole sitter. And then everyone else. Most competitive drivers up here. Here's Arvon Alonso, who won the 500. He was quiet for a couple weeks, and he's back to the front here. But oh, that was Caleb Brennan almost coming across the front bumper of him. They didn't have too much room. Colin Grant on the inside with Bailey Scott, Hope, and Patrick Gill. Mike Collin has led the last 4 or 5 laps or so. He's the first driver we've seen to hold on to the race lead for longer than just a lap. So here are the 3, Jesse Turner, Philip Goldberg, and Brian Goldberg, hoping for a caution. Maybe. Not quite sure what their plan might be. Sam Fraser's joined this front pack now. And here goes Caleb to the race lead. Keegan Alsup has now joined the front pack. 13 drivers. Carson Scott's trying to come. He's passing Cameron Garlington back here. Okay, Keegan hasn't joined it just yet, but he's trying. Arvon Alonso is taking the race lead. And Bailey Scott on the inside trying to take it from Arvon. He's going to have it here. He's got help from Graham. It's going to be... Arvon actually led that lap. Oh, that was extremely close. But now Bailey Scott takes the race lead. Here comes Graham Stecker, who got involved in the last wreck. He spun. He came down pit road, got some fresh tires, and he's back to the race lead. He's been up front all day. Now he's back to the race lead. Is Graham Stecker. But here's Raymond Fisher, winner from Las Vegas earlier this season. He's taking the race lead from Graham. Carson Scott in the back is trying to catch this front group. Here's your points leader, Patrick Gill, on the far inside. Dejon Weeks is up here now. And now we're going to go 5 wide with Keegan on the inside of his teammate. Never mind. Keegan thinks better of it and he's going to fall back in line. Patrick Gill's going to get up to second now. He's your points leader, but he doesn't have a win. Watching the race, seeing how the drivers are doing. Look at how wide these drivers are. 3, 4 wide. Carson Scott is just trying to join up here. He wants to get up here. Then we got this pack back here of some drivers. It's Alex leading, right? Yeah. Alex leading Mason, Ferdinand, Andrew Jordan, Malik Nivens. Then here's Brian Walter, Jeff Fraser, Stephen Rooks, Henry Powers, Anthony Newton. And here's the drivers who just hit pit road. Patrick Gill's the race leader. He actually led last lap. Did not notice. He takes the lead. Raymond Fisher does a crossover move. And he's going to go on the inside this time. Here's Dejon Weeks up here too. Bailey Scott. Oh, I think Graham's hitting pit road. So does Raymond Fisher. Green flag pit stops again for the front runners. Anyone else going to come down? So if this cycles through, actually, the 18 car, the 41, and the 55, they will all be together while everyone's on pit road. Because more than likely we'll see more drivers hit pit road this time. They can get their lap back, and then them 3 will be the race leaders probably by a good amount of time. I see their strategy now. Oh, I think Bailey Scott just got on the wall. Bailey Scott did get in the wall. He fell back just a little bit. Oh, this pack has now caught Cameron Garlington. Keegan Alsop hit pit road. Oh, 3 wide for the race leader. Vaughn Alonso, Dejon Weeks, and Patrick Gill. Patrick battling hard on the outside, trying to keep it. You can pretty much run any line. And here comes Anthony Corbie to make it 4 wide. Sam Fraser hits pit road this time by. Then we got actually some racing back here. Alright, here's the front. Vaughn Alonso on the inside. Oh, we're inside 10 to go. I just realized that. My bad. We're on lap 31 of 38. Race is coming to a close. We've had 2 cautions. This is the top 9 drivers right here. Who's going to hit pit road this time? None of the top 9. Carson hits pit road from 10th. Ferdinand Gabot. Brian Walter. These 3 drivers on a whole different strategy, trying to catch everybody. Gonna be interesting to see if they can. Here comes Anthony Corbie, last week's winner. Oh, Vaughn Alonso from the high side is gonna hit pit road. That could have been bad. He comes with Bailey Scott. That allows Anthony Corbie to get the race lead by a good amount now, actually. Lap 33-38. It's Eric Powers, Dejon Weeks, Caleb Brennan, and then it's either Patrick Gill or Mike Collin. They're trading it. Top 7 have not pitted yet. Oh, here comes everybody now. Graham Stecker, or Anthony Corbie, Eric Powers, Dejon, Caleb, Patrick, Grant. And now here go a bunch of drivers. Okay, all the way back. Graham Stecker, I believe he's going to get the race lead. As this cycles through, Carson Scott might be second. Not 100% sure. Here comes a bunch of drivers off pit road, though. Here's these 3 drivers on the other cycle. They're gaining a bunch of positions. I don't think it's going to work out for them, though. Here's the big race off pit road. Jeff Fraser actually hit pit road right here. I believe Graham's your leader. Still showing Anthony Corbie as the race leader. So, Anthony Corbie's still the race leader here. We're still on lap 34-38. Yeah, here comes everybody else to join. Yeah, so Anthony Corbie's still your race leader after he hit pit road. We're only got 5 to go. So everyone can make it to the end. Lance Roth hits pit road once again. Steven Rooks has had a long pit road stay. Anthony Corbie leads lap. Alright, he's back to the race lead. So this is your top 4, your top running order. But here goes Bailey Scott. He takes the race lead easily. Vaughn Alonso's here. Eric Powers. Here's Graham Stecker. Carson Scott's up to 9th. Little 3. Then here's a bunch of drivers who just didn't get theirs to work out right. Phillip is running 15th. Last lap, so his plan didn't really work out like he wanted it to. Back to the race lead, though. Bailey Scott has got out. Vaughn Alonso's got up to 2nd. Anthony Corbie back to the inside of Vaughn Alonso. He's going to take the race lead back, or 2nd back. We're inside 3 to go. Vaughn Alonso with the crossover now. Coming to 2 laps to go. Oh, Vaughn's going to get stuck behind Ryan Sroff. No, he's going to just get right above him. That could have been close. That allows Bailey to pull away, though. Next car they'll catch is Anthony Newton, who is not yet 1 lap down, but runs in 27th. 2 laps to go, by the way. Anthony Corbie trying to get back-to-back wins. Bailey Scott trying to get first career win. Eric Powers trying to get first career win. Ron Alonso trying to visit it again. He won the season opener. Here's Graham Stecker inside of Bailey Scott. We got a lap car, or it's about to be a lap car of Anthony Newton on the inside. White flag for Anthony Corbie. Second week in a row for a white flag. But can he hold on to it? Bailey Scott next to Anthony Newton. It was Anthony Newton who almost tried to steal the win from Anthony Corbie. This time Bailey Scott's trying to do it, and so is Ron, but I don't think they're going to have enough because he's pulling away. Next car is Henry Powers, and they won't catch him. Anthony Corbie off turn 4. Back-to-back weeks. He's going to get the checkered flag once again. And 3 wide for second. Wow. That was Eric Powers, I guess, second. But Anthony Corbie wins it here at Auto Club once again. Drivers finishing the race. So it was Eric Powers second, Ron Alonso third, Bailey Scott, and then Caleb. Patrick Gill gets 6, Graham Stecker, Dejon Weeks, the 11 car, and then the 1 car is your top 10. Okay, we can export it now. 6 races down, and we've only had 4 different winners. Alright, I read your top 10. Carson Scott, Sam Fraser, Keegan Alsop, Jesse Turner, Colin Grant, Cameron Garlington, Mason Powers, Ferdinand Gabba, Andrew Jordan, and Malik Nivens, your top 20. Alex Hawkins, Brian Walter, Jeff Fraser, and Henry Powers, your last drivers on the lead lap. Everyone out. Steven Rook stayed on pit road for a very long time. I don't think he ever came off pit road. No, he'll finish the race on pit road. Rest of your finishing order. We saw our big wreck, we saw small wreck, and we saw back-to-back wins. Once again, that's 2 different drivers that have got back-to-back wins here in the series. Congratulations. Alright, we are going to go look at points.